I bet. Who don't?
Definitely
Who
do
don't?
not want. You don't.
Who don't?
You, nigga.
Do I have money on me?
I got a little bit.
Look at the single bag. I know.
And I owe you $400. So what's up?
Oh, get my money back then. What the fuck you talking about?
$400.
Yeah.
It's what conversation, Joe, or whatever. You niggas is crazy. Come on, let's talk. Let's have an educator. We love each other though.
Indeed.
Come on, because all them little off-brand YouTube pages gonna come up with some shit. They're gonna think you leaving it. Come on, but let's do it respectfully.
Go. I'm gonna let you start.
You let me start?
Absolutely.
Why?
Alex.
Y'all started.
Hey, Alex.
Y'all
cut the oven on, the burner, the furnace up, all that, nigga. It ain't enough dough and Pathmark. Come on.
Ish, you are muffinless.
I'm definitely not.
We cannot be talking about the same thing. In my story, ain't a muffin in sight for you.
I'm giving you the floor. I'm gonna be totally quiet. They won't accuse me of cutting nobody off right now.
I don't know how much I can divulge.
You can divulge it all. I'm giving you 1,000% permission.
Actually, you know what, yo?
Oh shit, these niggas turning it up.
I was about to take my.
If I knew how to crack,
I was about to take my hoodie off.
I knew how to do that shit. He do.
Yo.
You lucky I ain't got fucking Tina here to crack my neck for me.
Man.
I ain't even got to divulge shit about you, cause I'm consistent around the board. I just give it up. I give everything up as much as I could give up. That is who my history is, even if they don't know it. I say yes, 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 until when you start fucking me in the ass, it hurts. And then I say, hey, this hurts. You can't fuck me like this.
I think it's a
But everything outside of that, I say yes. So all of these niggas that run around with all of these horrible Joe contract lawyer stories, it's what's the word? A fallacy?
That's a word, yeah.
It's a valid.
Am I using it right? It's a fallacy, goddammit. Now, that's my opening statement.
It's my go.
Opening statement time only. You can't get into the case, just opening statement.
Mr. Budden will have you guys believe that he says yes, 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 yes.
Fact.
You are not Destiny Child, nigga. What I'm telling you
They
is...
said no.
I know.
Can't interrupt his opening statement.
Oh, that's true, that's true, that's true.
Fam.
I got this nigga.
The contract... No, it's not. I'm getting my thoughts together. The contract is laid out by Joe.
That's... Okay.
In response to the contract, my lawyer, as she or he is supposed to do, does things to protect our interests. Yes?
Sure, naturally.
We sat up here with...
Alex, get that muffin tray.
Still interrupt this.
I'm talking to Alex. Hey, yo, it's a tray with
You're pestering the court.
Hey, yo.
Hold you in contempt, sir.
We sat up here with
Alex, that tray that holds like 100 muffins?
Yeah, you need
Get that one.
Yo.
This nigga's crazy.
Listen, we sat up here with a Kanye piece of paper that was a rough draft, and Joe says, yo, I would never sign to none of that shit.
Fact.
So you would have your good buddy, last name comes out on this one, sign to that. Because some of that shit was in there.
Did you get the 100 tray muffin or nah?
And
is my computer dead? Because I need sound effects for this nigga.
yeah,
What
you
this shit he
do.
talking about.
You need gunshots.
Antoine.
Sure.
You cannot be saying that the Joe Budden contract looks like that.
It did not look like that. I said some.
So be
That's
clear.
not what I said.
Don't mislead.
I said some of
Don't
that.
mislead the witness and the jury and the
I
judge.
said some of that was in the JBP contract.
He was trying to get the
False.
sunglasses.
But what Joe is saying is
False.
that is not true. You know what's in the JBP, and you know what?
You can't win this conversation.
100 tray muffin. 100 muffin tray coming out.
Win it. Yo.
This is my issue, yo. And not just with Ish, but just niggas, period. Like, I've had a lot of these contract fights with niggas, not like companies. So standard, not standard, what they want, what they don't want, what they ask for, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. I've had all of those beefs. I take it, filter it, and chop it down and ask for shit that's just common sense. Like, if you sit here and put your sweat equity into doing a podcast, then no, you cannot go do another podcast while we're doing this podcast and discuss any of the same things that you talk about on this podcast. I think that's like 1 + 1 is 2. I don't think that's asking for much from people. Hello? Don't get quiet now. Don't start staying around now. Hey, bring that tray out.
Who you talking to?
Bring that anybody.
Oh, I'm letting you finish.
I'm talking to anybody because I done had contracts with everybody.
I'm letting you finish. So
I don't think that is crazy at all.
It's not crazy.
I think that's well within bounds.
That is well within bounds.
Also, in the event that anybody, because I'm fortunate enough to be working with friends, wanted to go do some shit, all you got to do is say, yo, this is what I want to do. I've never said no to anybody.
That makes sense.
About anything.
That makes sense.
Twitch show, can I do this pod? I want to pop up over here. It don't behoove me to say no. All of that's normal shit. All that's normal stuff.
So where's the contention?
This is where I'm saying Ish is crazy. And this is one I've never heard before. I almost wanted to call his attorney myself and say, are you fucking out of your mind? Ish is saying, not Ish. Somebody for Ish is saying, hey, you want me to keep going?
Absolutely.
Somebody,
Boy, you are walking in quicksand.
I don't see it. I don't see it that way at all. I don't see it that way at all.
None of you,
Yo,
you especially, none of you niggas stole him a branch neither. This nigga gonna sink.
I don't see it this way.
Okay, Titanic.
Ish's lawyer is the first lawyer I have ever encountered to say, hey, we need an I quit clause.
That's not true. Tell the story the right way.
I'm telling it from my understanding.
Okay.
If you have other,
that matters.
If you have other information, then please divulge it to me.
I will.
But from my understanding, Ish's lawyer is spending weeks trying to come up with an I quit clause, which enables him to be able to just quit whenever he feels like it. No. No. What about that makes sense? Somebody has to explain it to me.
Just let me know when it's my go.
Please.
We are all going to agree.
I'm going to pour into you.
We are all going to agree I ain't cut him off.
You didn't.
You didn't.
Please give me the same exact courtesy.
Floor is yours.
Joe is saying that my lawyer has
I said to my understanding.
to his understanding, which is imperative.
And don't make me call my lawyer on the phone, too. Don't make me
Crack
mad.
your fucking
Don't make me
lawyer.
mad.
I wanted to call him myself.
Because your lawyer, I don't know if she went to college.
My lawyer.
Come on.
Joe's my, what you call it?
Come on.
Joe's my, what you call the clause?
I quit clause.
That's not true.
Okay.
So what happens is, in my contract, it states that the JBP can fire me at will. However, I cannot quit at will. I am bound to the term of the contract. Right? That is what it states. So my lawyer is saying that there has to be some equitable stake in, what's the word? It's a C word. Contingency. No, not contingency. Where equal shit is being done.
I don't know the word, but it's
All
fine.
right, cool.
I see
So
what you're
my
saying.
lawyer is basically saying this. Yo, if
That's
you,
not fair.
If you are able to fire him at will, he should also be able to quit at will. Or we have to find some
There
reciprocity
we go.
saying, yo, dog, 3 months, 3 months, 6 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, whatever the term is, the term has to be equal for both parties because both parties have committed something and both have an equitable stake. So when I
All right,
speak
so
to
we are talking about the same thing.
when I speak to Ian says, yo, dog, nobody does this in this business.
Ian's not here to speak for himself.
True. The stance on their side is, yo, nobody does this in this business. And I said,
Wait,
well,
don't explain the stance. You give your lawyer
The
stance and let them respond.
I did. So the stance, no, I'm not done yet.
Oh.
The stance is this, fam, nobody does this in this business. Joe's the renegade that sets the new contract path for everybody else. We're not going by what everybody's been taking and the deal that everybody has been taking since the life of the entertainment industry because we can all agree that that's fuck shit. So now,
Well, that's why Joe
that's
says
my
yes to
go,
everything.
Aki. Yo, Antoine Marby has now modified his life to come to the Joe Budden podcast and work. I was running a budding construction company. I've now modified
And do.
I still do, but I still take 2 days a week completely away from my business.
I love this.
So now I can't take the same amount of jobs, of course.
Now.
We can't take the same caliber of jobs. I can't go get a $300,000-$400,000 construction job because I'm not there enough to facilitate that job to make it fair to the homeowner.
Okay.
That all makes sense?
Yeah.
That
So
sounds
now
like some shit y'all
Antoine-
conjured up.
That makes sense.
Continue.
Antoine is now committed to the JBP. The JBP is committed to Antoine. Joe is risking millions of dollars. Antoine is risking thousands of dollars. But your millions and my thousands, they might have the same equitable stake in our lives. You might risk losing millions of dollars if Antoine just came in here one day and said, yo, I quit. Antoine is risking losing thousands of dollars if I walked in here one day and Joe said, you're fired. My thousands of dollars pay my mortgage. The same way your millions pay your mortgage. It's the same thing. It's not one person weighing heavier than the other. Your life is not more important than my life, and my life is not more important than your life. So some reciprocity has to be seen on both ends. Does that sound crazy to you guys?
I'm not saying a word.
It don't sound crazy.
Does that sound crazy to you? Young boys in the back, Alex. Fuck everybody else. Does that sound crazy to you?
I heard your brother sound good.
Mr. Newton.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy to you? There you go. So that's our holdup. Our holdup is, no, nigga, you can't fire me whenever you want because now I'm asked out because I've modified my business to come here. So now I would have to rebuild my whole entire business, get my client base back, and build. I've laid off employees because I don't have sufficient work to feed them because I'm not taking the same amount of jobs.
Is it Joe's go?
Not yet.
Oh.
I'm not taking the same amount of jobs or the same level of job.
Hey, yo, I want chocolate chips in my shit, too.
Hey, Corey can attest to
I
this.
want chocolate chips in my muffin, Joe.
Corey can attest to this. I did 2 buildings down the street.
Yeah.
On this very block. It took me 2 years to finish that job. I could not take that job today working here. If somebody came to me and said, yo, I got a high 6-figure job for you to take, I can't take that job. I would have to pass it up for here. So now I need some sort of stability factor implemented into my contract.
Sure.
That makes sense.
It does.
I want y'all to get all your thoughts out of what you just said. React.
I get.
Go on to it.
If the other side of the contract says,
Hear him well.
if the other side of the contract says, I can clip you whenever I want, and that's just that, then yeah, I would need that same thing on the other side. I kind of agree with that.
That's only based on that's based on what you're saying. The uniqueness that each has.
Get a mic, Corey. Who's he?
Joe, he doesn't abide by standard contracts. But in a regular job, you can fire your fucking people whenever you want to if they don't do.
And they can quit whenever they want with no recourse.
Yeah,
In corporate America,
that's what
when you go get a job, nigga, if I work for Goldman Sachs, I could come in there and say, yo, here's my 2 weeks notice. And Goldman Sachs can tell me, yo, here's your 2 weeks notice. You're gone.
And the 2 week notice is just a courtcy.
That's a courtesy.
That's
a professional
Yeah, that's
courtesy.
just a courtesy.
I could literally go to Goldman Sachs and say, yo, I'm quitting right now. I'm just cleaning out my locker and I'm gone. And I don't owe them shit. Who? No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Where?
Here.
You
Not if
can't.
it's in that contract, you can't.
Stop it. And that's where his argument, part of where his argument falls flat. Ish hasn't signed anything. You either can agree to terms or not agree to terms. And if he agreed to terms and wanted to quit, he can quit. He has that right that the company does not have. Once this contract is signed, the company has to respect and oblige to the contract by law.
So does he.
So do I.
False. There is no recourse if in the middle of that contract, Ish quits.
That's not true, Joe.
That is true.
How?
What is the recourse?
Joe Budden can sue Antoine.
Stop it.
I'm not done. You asked me a question.
That's
Let me
recourse.
answer.
That's recourse,
That's
though, no?
recourse. Joe can go sue Antoine and say, yo, as a result of him
You're saying
breaching-
it's recourse, but you naming a bill for me.
I would love to speak.
I'm responding. You're naming a
You
bill. You
have
naming
the
you naming expenses and liabilities.
True. You have the
That
right.
don't behove
That
me.
don't mean nothing. Whether it behooves you or not, you have the ability and the right to say, yo, he broke his contract. I suffered punitive damages as a result of him doing so, and I want to seek these damages.
Yes, that
Yes,
option-
you can.
that option is there.
You have an option to do that.
and you're protected by the contract.
Ish. Stop it, yo.
You don't have to
Stop.
tell
it,
me
yo.
what I'm saying is wrong.
Number one.
I'm asking you to tell me if one thing I said was wrong.
Well, who's doing that?
Nobody. Hopefully, nobody.
What companies are doing that or have done that?
Mad companies.
Tell me them.
I don't know them.
I know a lot of companies that have reached settlements in this department, but nobody wants to put time, money, resources aside
See, my only question to that-
to go to war
Whoa,
with
whoa,
somebody
whoa, whoa, whoa.
who just decided to quit. Stop. Let's be situational because your example started being situational with he structures contracts uniquely.
Who's
Well,
he?
me. If we're being situational, we're friends. Am I taking Ish to court for his house money if he don't want a pod anymore? Let's be realistic here.
Okay,
Answer my question.
probably not. But let me ask a question.
We just seen this. Stop. We just seen this with
Let 'em
two
talk,
niggas
Joe.
that I should have took to court. We just seen this with two niggas that I should have and had every right to go to court. Like, let's be realistic in this. To that you say.
My point is, if that's the case, then leave it out the contract. Then
Leave what out the contract?
that one part, that the one.
Then you leave the stipulation
yeah,
out the
if
contract.
it don't matter like
if
that, then
it
you
don't
leave it out.
matter, leave it out.
No, because it matters. It's for you to adhere to. It does matter. It don't matter in is Joe going to sue Ish or not, but it does matter. The person that's paying me,
Joe,
him, if it's a number that he agrees to,
Right. You want some
yeah, that
guarantees?
person is to be protected. So their money is not just fucked.
But he's paying something too. That's
Stop
what he's
it.
saying.
that's true. No, you're
And that's what
Your
the
point is
people
right.
from the other position get in rooms with attorneys and figure out ways to argue. I'm not trying to invalidate his argument, but it's two different things that you're arguing. Also, why Ish's point falls flat on what his attorney is saying is because that was twofold. Before we got to, hey, he need the ability to quit whenever he want, it was, hey, get rid of that shit that says he can't go start another podcast and have the ability to quit. Those were the two final points. Wait, let me talk. You interrupting again. Those were the two final points in that contract combined.
Can we address
Now,
can we
no,
address the
you
first
still
one?
interrupting.
I want to address
But
the
you
first
still
one.
interrupting.
You pivoted.
I'm not pivoting.
You are. Go ahead.
I'm preparing my argument the way I prepare it. What you think, I have something else in the tuck? Can I finish?
We still on point.
Now you play Joe.
Me?
You played, never you.
Why not me?
Because I'm talking to Ice and we're doing the lawyer thing. I'm talking to Ice and Parks and Corey and Young Boys in the back. Y'all play Joe.
Okay.
It's y'all company and you just went through whatever you just went through with whatever you just went through. And now your two final red lines with your new host is I need the ability to go do a podcast about whatever I want, no matter when I leave this podcast, and I need the ability to leave this podcast whenever I want.
That's not what happened.
You are interrupting me. Ice, Parks, and Young Boys in the back, please tell me how you respond.
With that information right there, I say fuck out of here.
Absolutely.
1000%.
As would I.
Fuck out of here.
That's not what's taking place, though. That is your description of what is taking place. And again, you pivoted.
It's the description of the guy that has said yes to everything.
That's not true, though. I didn't ask for nothing.
That's not true.
Yo, dog. He's wrong. First
That's
of all,
not
I want to stay.
that's not
on-
true.
Listen to what the points I want to stay on.
The money you make now is the money you was gonna make if you signed this contract. So you asked for something,
No, y'all offered something.
and it stated that offer, or did you ask for something?
Did you counter offer the offer?
Of
Yeah,
course he did.
yeah, I did.
All right, so yeah.
So you asked for something.
Keep going.
Keep going. What? That was my final point.
No, you said I'm the guy that said yes to everything. You making it seem as if
I
you're
said
so
yes to that too.
No,
Yes.
So look, you
There
make it
were
se-
two final points that we said no to, which is you cannot go start a podcast about whatever you want whenever you leave this podcast.
And I would never-
And no, you can't just up and quit and go do that. You cannot do those two things.
He's combining the two.
Those two things make sense.
They do.
That is
No,
well
one of the-
within the right of the fucking company.
One of them makes sense.
The podcast one we don't have to debate.
That we don't have to debate the podcast one, and that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to sway the argument by bringing in some other information. Stay on point one, which is if you want the ability to fire me at will, I need the ability to quit at will because we both have the same vested stake and interest in both being employed.
But I responded
makes
to
sense.
that by saying you have the ability to quit
So
at will.
tell your lawyer to put it in the contract, and we won't even be having this conversation.
Hell no. Are you fucking shitting me?
What are you saying?
I might as well fire the
Hey,
lawyer.
yo, dog,
You might as well
please-
not have a lawyer.
Dog, please tell me that y'all.
You might as well not have a lawyer. I don't understand
So
what y'all
don't
are
come on
saying.
the podcast and say you have the ability if you're not willing to put it in writing in the contract.
But
What
do
are you
have
talking about?
But even if that's in the contract, that don't change your ability to do it. Why are you saying that?
Yes,
See,
it does.
How?
I guess that's where
How?
I'm lost at.
It don't what?
You saying
Yeah,
that you won't
y'all gotta
enforce
stop, yo.
the contract.
Y'all gotta stop this.
Corey,
yo.
I hate when you do this.
Y'all gotta
Corey,
stop this
I
shit.
hate when you do
You're
this.
saying you
because
can
y'all
quit and you just
contradicting
won't
yourself.
enforce that part of the contract.
Fuck is you talking about? You have the ability and the right to do whatever you want legally. We talk about it every day on this podcast. A nigga could sue somebody for whatever they want. Now, whether Joe pulls the trigger and sues is a whole different conversation. My point is this. Joe is saying, yo, you have the ability to do X. Nigga, put it in the contract that you got the ability to do X. If you are saying that's what you standing on, put it in the contract. It shouldn't be hard. My thing is, it's even cool. Look, my thing is, it's even cool. I don't have no plans on quitting, right? Hopefully, he don't have no plans on firing me.
I do not.
We on the same. Look,
I don't.
We on the
Take that, Redditors.
Take that, YouTube.
Untitle your little fucking videos.
We on the same plane. We on the same plane.
Yeah.
If I came in tomorrow and decided to quit, right? Joe's my friend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I would not say, yo, my nigga, I'm out Friday. We have to have a conversation. Yo, life changes. I'm moving to fucking whatever. Yo, I'm going to give you 6 months. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. Now, why is that not available to me on the other side of that coin?
See, I don't see how it's not.
To me, it sounds
that's
like
the part that needs to be
to
explained.
me there should be an easy middle ground in here. The language could be switched slightly to make everybody happy. I don't see why this has to be a force
Because
of
there
contention.
is no attorney on earth that is going to agree to what Ish is saying.
Joe, the attorney.
There's no attorney in the world
That's your
that's going to
client.
stop. There's no attorney in the world that's going to say yes to the number.
Yeah, but don't the
Yes to the number.
What number?
Stop. Whatever number the counter was.
What? I don't understand.
Whatever
what you mean,
num-
as far as
whatever
time?
number you're-
No, I'm
the
asking-
attorney work for you,
No, we're
right?
talking about finances.
Yes or no?
No, I'm not talking about finances.
I am.
Hold on.
No, stay on my point that I just made.
The
But I
attorney-
am.
Wait, the attorney works for you, yes or no?
Yes. And if Joe
So
says,
now hold
yo,
on,
I'm fine with it,
hold on. The point that Ish is saying, evenly, do you agree to that? You, fuck the attorney, you, Joe Budden.
Agree to what?
Him saying, if you want the ability to fire me whenever you want, I want the ability to quit whenever I want. Do you agree to that?
No.
So this ain't got nothing to do with an attorney then.
I didn't say nothing.
You just said no
You
attorney
asked me
on
a
earth is going to
question.
allow
You
that.
asked Joe a
You
question.
just said no attorney on earth is going to allow that.
Yeah,
I'm
but
telling you
part
that
of
the
good
attorney works for you.
businessman is to trust the guy that you hire
If
in his
you
area
had
of
no
expertise.
problem with that and you tell
I
the
have
attorney,
every problem with that. What are you talking about, Ice?
You said you did.
My entire business just almost went to shit because two niggas tried to form a fucking, what do you call it?
A coup.
a coup.
A coup.
And a coup. What are you talking about?
True.
If you're saying that you do,
That person is never happy. What are you talking? I don't understand what you're saying.
He asked
I
you-
asked y'all when he finished to put yourselves in my shoes.
I told you.
You do
with
that?
The way you said that, I agree. But then when he
Do you
says
do
the
that?
other side,
I think there's a middle ground.
Wasn't my question.
I know.
I'm
I know
sure.
what's-
I'm certain that there's a middle ground,
Hey,
and we're gonna find it.
to answer your question,
And we're gonna find
to get
it.
through what you went through. No, I don't do that.
Oh,
I'm jaded. I'm jaded.
Nobody.
I'm
does
100%
that.
jaded.
Nobody. Hey, the lawyers, the
But I
business
also-
accountants, everybody that works in your corner that almost seen that multi-million-dollar business go down the drain from a coup
protect it
from
from
two
happening
niggas that
ever
didn't do
again.
shit. No, they're protecting you at that point. This don't have nothing to do with Ish.
Ish.
How are they protecting you?
They're protecting you.
Come on, Ish.
Stop. I want him to answer. How are they protecting you? If you are saying that I
Ish,
have,
they're protecting me because you can't agree to any money that the other side says and be left vulnerable with no protection because it's their job.
They're protecting
Stop,
him.
They're-
stop, Ice. What is the protection, Joe?
Am I not making myself clear?
I would like for you to answer my question.
The protection is if you just quit with no notice, no conversation, no anything, and then my
what-
workload becomes more in trying to fill the seat.
What is the protection? Was my question.
Am I not answering the question?
No, you're not.
You're not answering the question.
What is the protection?
That's what he's saying. He's asking you, in the event that
Oh,
he
no,
does
no,
the things
no,
that
no,
you
no.
live, in
Oh,
the
all right,
event that
I
you
don't
do,
come to that.
But look,
Okay, I see what he's saying. I don't come to that. Protection for me means contract, and I guess it is that, but I don't look at it like that. Protection for me is the contract is worded in a way that doesn't incentivize the person to do that. That's protection.
but what?
He can't have a contract. I'm not protected. It don't has nothing to do with whether I would sue or not, because I would never sue.
My question.
Stop. Let me finish.
You're not answering me. Though.
Let me finish. It has nothing to do with whether I would sue or not, because I would never sue.
But you have the option.
All it has to do with is
That's what the contract does. It gives you the option, but it don't give him the option. If you flip it,
It
and say,
protects you, and it does not protect me.
That's
How about this? How about this?
how if
how
you
about,
don't plan on quitting.
How about
How
this?
if you don't plan on firing me?
But I'm not firing you.
And I'm
It's
not quitting.
I don't plan
and
on
I'm
firing
not
you.
quitting. It's
I'm
the
not-
same.
yo,
How
I'm
do
not
y'all
firing
not see
you.
it's the
Yo,
same?
yo.
Because one person is paying the other person. That's
And
why
I'm-
it's not the same.
It is the same because you're paying me for a service that I provide. There's a mutually beneficial situation. You're not doing me a favor. You're not paying me for free. I come here and I work.
Ish.
Yo, why not have
but
like
wait,
a,
hold up. But Ish.
Dog, y'all niggas better
But wait,
not. I'm
Ish.
telling y'all, I got
Hello,
y'all niggas
hello,
streets. Y'all
hello,
niggas gonna
hello,
I swear on
hello.
everything. I'm telling you
Hello.
niggas.
I'm
Can
trying
you
to come
stop manipulating the judge and
I'm
the
telling
jury.
you, nigga, Joe.
Please.
why don't you just put in a like a kill clause? Like in the event that he fires you, you have to pay him a certain amount of money for a certain
My
amount of
lawyer
time.
tried to do that, and they said no.
That seems like a middle ground to me, a fair middle ground.
Not to us.
Hulk Hogan said this.
Not on this side.
Hulk Hogan did like this. I'm listening.
Not on this side. It don't at all.
I would love to. I would love to ask.
ain't
I would
gonna
love
do
to
that.
ask the court
I
another
ain't gonna
question.
do that shit.
Can I ask the court a
Ever
question?
again.
Can I ask the court a question? What protects Antoine in the event that Joe wants to fire him?
nothing.
Protects from what?
Being jobless.
See? And this is why you can't have these talk with niggas. Stop it.
I would
Stop
love
it, yo.
for all
Stop
of
it, yo.
y'all
There's
to
no,
answer.
there's no protection.
What do you mean? Parks.
Is
There's no
Antoine
protection.
jobless? Are you? What the fuck are you idiots talking about? Is Antoine jobless? How come in his example he could have a job? See, that's what I mean about niggas. In his example, he could have a job, and
I
doing
could
this
have
job
15
hinders me
other
from doing my
jobs.
job over there. And in the other example, I'm jobless and on the street fucked up. Stop
You
it,
said-
yo.
no,
Stop
nobody
it,
added
yo.
all that. You
are
added
you
all.
If you get fired, are you jobless, Ish? Stop it. yo.
Yes.
All right.
I know. No, wait,
Never
wait,
mind.
wait.
Then
No,
never
no,
mind. Let the
because now
lawyers do
you're
it.
doing the
Never
trick.
mind.
No,
Never
you're
mind.
doing. No,
If that's
don't
what
back
you're
out
saying
now,
to me,
nigga.
then
no,
never
don't
mind.
back out now. My
It's
question.
not back out. You lying to my
I'm not.
face.
I didn't even answer your question. The
You
same way.
did. You said yes.
No, and I was about to modify my statement. You ain't answered my question yet.
I want to answer all your questions.
No, you don't.
I do.
What protects me in the event that I get fired? Nobody
protects you from what? You're not jobless.
Dog, what?
I don't want to talk about your job
That's not.
because I don't
what
know enough
protects
about
me
you.
in the event I get fired from the JBP?
Protect you from Ish. Yo, if
My
we-
loss of
yo, and
income.
See, this is
no,
my beef, yo.
I'm answering you.
Let me
my
talk.
loss of
Let me
income.
talk. Let me
my
talk.
loss
Let
of
me
income.
talk.
You said
Let
protect me
talk.
from what? My loss
Let
of
me
income.
talk, yo. See, and the
I am
problem is
whipping
I
his
don't
ass in
have
here.
these conversations with my friends like we in the court of law. I have them with like they really gonna go. I love you and you love me. I don't believe that you're gonna quit.
Okay.
And I don't believe that I'm firing you.
Cool.
Those are facts.
Cool.
Damn, what was the last thing you was just saying just now?
I said what protects me from my loss of income if I get fired from the JBP?
Oh, in real world, loss of income, there is no income.
I get
You
paid
have
to come here.
Ish, if you don't come here, you are not a homeless bum. What? What?
That ain't got nothing to do with
That has everything to do with
No,
this.
it does not.
Because that changes protection.
No.
And now what he's
Fam,
saying,
this-
stop. And now what he's saying makes some sense. Because if he's going to leave here, if I can
So
just
you said
fire,
because
wait,
you
stop,
got a-
stop,
you
stop,
still
stop,
got a job
stop,
over there?
Stop. Yes. Because in this recession, if I fire him, everything he's saying makes sense. If when I fire him, he has to really deal with getting a job in this climate, in this recession. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know how long that's going to take me. He's making all the sense
I don't
in the
think he
world. I'm
said
not
any
an
of
idiot.
that. I don't think he said any of that.
He said, what protects me?
What protects me from losing this job?
So
that's
this-
it.
So that
Jobless.
only
I don't have
question
this
is what
job.
protects you from lawsuit? So that's really what you're asking me.
No. I said what
Because
protects.
if it's not that,
No,
then I
it's
don't
not
understand the
lawsuit.
question.
I said what?
Because his only ramification is if he quits and I feel like spending money, then I'm going to court and I'm suing him.
I don't even have that option. If you
That is
fire
the
me.
only thing that happens in his verse. So when he say, what protects me, protects you from what?
What protects you?
Verbiage.
You said you need protection. What do you need protection from? Hold up, stop.
You cannot start a podcast about whatever you want and have a clause that says I can quit this pod whenever I want.
The court was in agreement over the podcast.
For Joe,
for the record,
this is my friend, and I don't even believe him to really want to be in entertainment.
He dipping.
I'm not dipping. I'm dead ass.
Stay on topic. My topic was, dog, if I leave tomorrow, you got co-hosts. The same way you just said, if I fire you tomorrow, you still got a company that you could lean on. You won't be a busted bum on the street. Those are your words. So I can equally say, yo, if I quit tomorrow, you still got co-hosts.
Not true.
Parks is a co-host. Ice is a co-host. You still got co-hosts. The same way you say I still got a construction company.
No, I have to fill that seat.
And I got to fill my pockets.
And you will.
And you will too.
And I will.
Okay.
So what the fuck is we talking about?
So take the protection clause that you said to protect you.
Stop it. I don't see it that way. Hey, young boys in the back. I know.
I want to see y'all faces on camera.
I know, because I always turn into company man when we start talking about company shit.
Not even that.
There's not a company in the universe or the company's advisors in the universe that's rolling with this fuck shit that he's saying.
That's not true, Joe.
It's to name another one.
Severance is a pretty
name another one.
Severance is a pretty common.
Every single company that any of us has ever worked for, Joe.
What you gonna pay me if you quit? Come on, I'll call lawyers right now. Let's figure it out. Let's get to it.
Whatever you gonna pay me if you fire me.
I'm not paying you if I fire you.
And that's the point. What do you mean? That's the point that everybody here is looking at. How don't you see? You being stubborn now.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
You're being stubborn right now.
I'm not.
You're too smart to be having this conversation.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing I'm saying about you, and it's gonna sound foul.
All of these niggas in here are agreeing with me.
I know they all work for me.
True.
What the fuck are they supposed to say?
And you know what you sound like? This is the thing. You sound like the label. You sound like the label.
Because the label be right. The label
all the time. You just sat here and diss Adidas and Gap for the bullshit contract that they gave Kanye. I'm not saying my contract is that.
Stop.
I just said I'm not saying my contract is that. That's what I said. I just said that. What I'm saying is, one of the things you stand on is I'm rocking with against the regime. I'm against the blah blah blah. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
So you are now saying that your company, which you should protect, be clear, is more important than my life, which I should protect.
At no point did I say that. At no point is anything I'm saying that. Everything you saying to me about you too smart for this, blah, blah, that's exactly how I'm looking at you. Because there's no other company.
There is an agreement with me.
That don't change my stance.
I know.
There's no other company in the universe.
Joe, if I worked for UPS tomorrow and I wanted to quit, I could quit with no recourse. If UPS wanted to fire me, they could fire me with no recourse. In a heartbeat. There's no penalty to me getting fired.
I don't know about what UPS
that's the problem.
does.
You said name any company in the world.
I don't know.
I'm naming them to you.
Hey, I can tell you the company I just
does
left.
UPS pay what I pay?
Same shit.
Goldman Sachs pays more than what you pay. I worked in
Does UPS pay what I pay?
There are companies that
I'm asking you a direct question. Does UPS pay what I pay?
Yeah, I'm sure people at UPS make more than me here. Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
What's UPS entry? He'll pull up UPS entry level salary since he want to talk stupid. Since he want to talk fucking stupid to me.
You just added a thing.
You are eliminating opportunity to grow. So I want to put perspective here.
That's not true.
Your entry level rate. Does UPS fucking pay what Joe pays? Stop with these fucking semantic games.
Yo, dog,
the answer is no.
You're the one doing semantics.
The answer is no.
He changed it to entry level. My point is this.
Fam, nobody that's paying what you asking to be paid is being left in their ass with no protection.
Now we went to what you get paid. You asked me to name any company that you could go quit whenever you feel like it. I named one. And you know what you did? You took that company and put a salary on it and moved the fucking goalpost.
Antoine, because the more money you're paid, the more asks are asked. That's why I did that. That's a fact. See, I can't be fighting with y'all niggas about normal corporate America shit. I'm talking about entry rate, where you at. Name me those companies that pay that bill that allow their workers to just quit whenever they want, and then that's just the end of it.
This ain't it. Now
I'm
you gonna
asking
piss
you
me
a question.
off. Now you
I'm
gonna piss
asking
me
you a
off.
question.
This ain't entry level, nigga.
Answer.
A regular nigga off the street can't come in here and have the fucking conversations that I have with the knowledge that I have. Go get an entry-level nigga off the street and bring him in here and think he can talk like me.
This is entry level.
No, it's fucking not, nigga. No, it's not.
Can somebody-
An entry-level nigga don't got the knowledge I got in my
This
brain.
is entry
That's
level.
like taking a nigga with a PhD straight out of college and giving him a fucking
Hey,
job.
can somebody else help me here?
You agree with him?
Do I have entry
I'm
level
asking
off?
him. You agree with him?
Please.
This is entry level? This
Yes.
is not entry level.
Do you agree with him?
Not at all.
Young boys in the back, do you agree with him? Corey, that's
Okay.
your man. Do you agree with him?
At this point, I'm
This
done
what I'm
talking
doing
to
is
y'all.
entry level. No niggas,
You might be
entry
new-
level
it might be-
jobs. Any nigga off the street could come do it. Any nigga off the street can't come talk like me, Joe. You're not minimalizing me. Any nigga off the street can't come talk like me.
I'm done.
This isn't entry level.
This is not entry level.
Hey, look up entry level
work. This is not entry level.
at the lowest level in an employment hierarchy. He was hired as an entry level research assistant. Okay, that's some more depth.
It's not entry level.
What's the lawyer that we had on?
How
on
is
here?
this not entry level?
What's the lawyer that we had on here?
He entered a situation that he's never done before in
I can
his.
answer you.
I'm talking though.
Shoot.
He's entered a situation that he's never done before in his entire life and knows absolutely zero about, and is making a certain number.
That doesn't make it entry level, even by that definition. Entry level would be like
Give it to me.
it says the lowest level of an employment hierarchy. So you have people on that work for Joe Budden Network
That make less
that
money
are
than
lower than a co-host.
Yes. What are you talking about? Yes, you do.
So by that definition, there's no way this is entry level.
What prior experience does Antoine have in this field? Y'all about to make me mad, and this is my man. Y'all about to make me mad. What
None.
prior experience does Antoine have in this field?
None.
What other place in the world can Antoine go and do exactly what he's doing and get the number that he's getting as somebody that has never done this before? So now do y'all want to continue to act like idiots?
I do. Know why?
But do you
'Cause
know?
stop.
Pardon
You
me.
never answer
Pardon
my
me.
questions.
Pardon me.
You always
Pardon me.
pivot.
Pardon me. Pardon me.
You always pivot.
Answer Joe questions now.
You don't answer mine.
Where else in the
How the
universe
fuck you get the courtesy you won't give
can
me?
Antoine go as someone that has never done anything related to any of this and make what he makes? I'm asking Ice, Parks, and the young boys now, since y'all pissing me off. Y'all about to make me mad. Answer it.
I want you to get mad.
Answer it.
To answer that question,
Answer it.
I can't think of nowhere else. But
No,
that's not the point,
no,
though.
sit down, nigga. You ain't answering none of my shit. Yo, bum ass 1 point, you gonna run. Nigga, I made 7 or 8 points that you couldn't fucking answer. I made 7 or 8 points you couldn't answer. And all of these, you take their information when it benefits you, and you ignore them when it benefits me. These niggas have agreed with me for the last 20 minutes. I know, they've agreed with me for the last 20 minutes, and you ignore them when they agree with me.
So that's what I mean by entry level.
You ignore them when they agree with me.
So, hey, y'all call
You're
it
talking
hey,
experience.
so y'all
That's not
call
entry
it,
level. You're
y'all
talking
call it a
experience.
different name.
Let me ask you a
Experience.
question.
There
is the
is
name of
no other place on the planet that's going to pay him what Joe has agreed to pay him for the task that he is doing.
My God.
That's a fact.
So, what's your
in
point?
the event,
What's your point?
I'm getting to it. In the event that he had any issue with it at any point, there is no contract signed, and that's the freedom of being a fucking licensed contractor or whatever. You get to say yes or no whenever you feel like it. He has not agreed to any of these terms.
Right.
Keep going.
We arguing about shit in the event that he was to sign some shit.
Okay.
Which I said, that's the holdup. That's what's keeping it from
Keep
being
going.
signed. Is those terms.
Keep going.
Those you said it's 2 points that's keeping y'all from
It's 1
signing.
point. It's not 2. It's 1. Keep
Oh,
going,
yeah, 'cause
though.
you even said you agree with the podcast point.
Of course.
All right, so it's 1 point then.
And that's not what. And we can address that later. I thought we was gonna get some closure and some. What's the R word?
Reciprocity.
No, some resolve
Resolution.
on this or resolution on this particular topic. We not.
Which is the quit versus fire clause.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So we not. But
Wait, we can get there.
I want to answer your question. I want to ask.
Because I will adhere to your.
I want to ask a
hey,
question.
you lower your number, I'll give you your clause.
I was gonna say no.
You lower your number, I'll give you your clause.
And I can say, yo, you up the number, and then I'll give you yours.
It's up.
It's not up. It's up. Yo, again, listen to this. Yo, dogs, we can have a conversation.
Ish, Antoine, stop. Be realistic.
Yo, you bugging,
Give me
yo.
capitalist ish. It's not up.
It is capitalism.
It's not up.
This is capitalism.
The number's not up. Then look me in the fucking face and say that the number's not up.
Up from what? I'm asking you, up from what?
Yeah, wait, just wait.
He don't want to have no conversation with me. This is where I thrive. This is where I live. This nigga can't compete with me here. I ain't good in music business. I don't know nothing about entertainment. I don't know nothing about the music business.
You come in here every day and tell me what the Wendy's nigga make. You tell me what the fucking train operator make. You know what everybody make in America. Respond to my point.
Which was what?
Don't try to win an argument.
Which is what?
Respond to my point.
Tell me what it is. What's your point?
We ended at my number is up already. You saying up it. You said if I up it.
That's not what I said.
You said if I up it, you'll get rid of your clause.
That's not what I said.
And then I said it's up.
He said, yo, lower your number from where we currently are in agreement, and I'll.
So y'all agreed on a number.
Yes,
so,
we agreed
all right,
on
so
it.
y'all had a number you agree on. So you're saying lower.
Joe, you did.
You're saying lower your number that we agreed on.
This guy said,
and you'll
yo,
eliminate the clause.
take the clause out, lower your number, we'll take the clause out. I said, up the number, I'll take the clause out. And my lawyer presented that. Up the rate, we'll take the clause out.
Up the number from what if nowhere else in the world would pay the number?
Joe, this
All right, yo, forget it.
It's podcasting. It's a very, very small market. It's brand new. We don't have a gauge.
I be having this nigga on the road.
You don't?
You don't answer my shit.
I'm answering you.
Up it from what?
I'm answering you.
You are Diddy.
I'm answering you.
I'm the Knicks.
No, you're not.
Yes, I
No,
am.
you're not.
Why do I have to set the market if I'm the market?
Listen,
Answer it.
I can't.
I would tell you to close the door because you screaming. You don't want your neighbors start that bullshit out here.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
It worked.
That's a protection right
Yo,
there.
the black people.
Put
y'all
that in the contract. Stop yelling at the,
Yo,
on the porch of the rich neighborhood.
push pause, yo. I don't want to talk till he smoke his little cig. I got the nigga out there smoking cig, panicking. Come on, nigga. Hurry up, nigga. Puff, nigga. Puff, nigga. This guy's a fucking cool.
Oh, what'd you say when the tables are turned? What you say when the table? What'd you just